Project Bridge is happy to present Denise Lowell from the organization Just Ask Aphasia Stroke Knowledge in Rhode Island. Check her out on Facebook and by email.
Um, my name is Denise. I live in the state of Rhode Island, and about 5 years ago, I had a stroke. Um, and after having the stroke, I was diagnosed with aphasia. My first year of the stroke was really challenging. Very had limit with speech. I was most things I would say was butter. And I don't even know why that word butter comes out all the time. It's not one of my favorites, but that was my favorite word. And then it was just really struggle to find a speech pathologist that really understood aphasia. So I was just really frustrated the first year of not being able to get resources and help. Then I did find some great therapy state in Florida, an intensive program. And then I started being educated about how much resources are available in different states and different places. And why don't we have it in Rhode Island? So when I came back from the Bridge Project, I was telling everybody what a great program and how many other people have resources. And I was just excited and motivated about, okay, it's not the end of the world. Look at all this stuff you can do. So my friend said, why don't you just do your own conference? And I said, okay, I will. So that first June, we did our very first aphasia conference in Rhode Island. And it was amazing to see how many people attended. I was hoping I would get 45 to 50 people attend at our local library. And I had over 100 people attend.
Wow.
And so it is needed. People are seeking out for information. They want to be more successful because I think most of the time people just thought that your speech and your brain injury, that you're kind of limited. But people are starting to understand that we're still intelligent. We still got our stuff together. It just doesn't come across the way other people perceive it.
For sure. Wow. That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about this organization that you started.
Well, I called it Just Ask. It's aphasia, stroke, and knowledge. So I got my teammates, I got my husband, and I had a person helping me with language at the library. And I added a speech person that helps me. And we created the nonprofit organization as a team. So we got the 401(k) and all that information paperwork. So we have just continued. So with the Just Ask program, we've been able to provide social network group where everybody gets together. It was once a month, but after coronavirus, everybody was feeling so isolated and lonely. We decided to add it every Monday night of the week. So we have so many different people attending to the group that may not have been able to attend in person. So it actually expanded more than what I thought. And so I ended up getting 3 different speech pathologists volunteer their time to help facilitate it for me because it's just too much for me to do by myself. And we needed to have a professional person that really understands what we're going through and give us some encouraging and support of how to continue.
So you had both virtual groups and in-person groups in Rhode
Not
Island?
in person, yeah. Excuse me, but we started doing virtual. But I think once we get back together into going out to the real world, we will start doing some virtual and in-person groups.
That's awesome. That's amazing. So you did kind of tell me what inspired you to begin the organization. What words of wisdom do you have for other people with aphasia and their families who kind of want to make that impact that you made on the aphasia world?
Is to say the word, I have aphasia, not just stroke or brain injury. We need to use that word aphasia, and we need to educate people in our own community what that is. You need to tell your family and friends what aphasia is, how to communicate with us more effectively, giving them notes to educate aphasia. I just think we just need to say the word more and practice what it is and start spreading the word. And if people find this word more common now, they won't think that we're a virus. When I had some people call me, it's like, oh, that's like autism. And it's like, it's not, or they thought it was a food. So yeah, we need to educate people. And people with aphasia need to be more comfortable going out in the community. And if people out there in the community understand aphasia, I think it'll be more open for people to start going out in the real world and doing things and just improve. I mean, everything takes so long with aphasia that every day is a struggle, but it's also a day to, save, how do I say it? Aphasia moment. How to give yourself credit for all the little steps you make and all the accomplishments you make, because it's hard days. And I know every day we have these really bad days. We have our pity party days, I call it. And it's okay to have your pity party day, but then, take the next day to get up, put up your big girl pants or big man's pants and start over. That it is frustrating, but we have to keep going. We never give up.
Yeah, for sure. And I think your story is one of the many success stories, because recovery is possible, and just seeing you being able to speak so eloquently, I think that's amazing. So just like the sticker in the back that you have, aphasia, not a language, loss of language, not intellect.
Yes.
So I think, being able to be aware of that and disseminating that awareness to everyone, I think that's so important.
Yeah, and I'm trying to educate people about the different types of aphasia too, because somebody will see me and go, well, you look so good and you can talk so well, but people don't see my hidden disability. I really have a challenge with reading. So to read, I have to use accommodations to help me read. I also need some help with writing. Sometimes I don't spell like I used to. I can look at things and know I spelled it wrong, but I don't know how to write it the right way. So these are some of the hidden disabilities of aphasia that people don't know about.
Right, yeah, because it does affect modalities of language across. So reading, writing, expressive language, and being able to understand. So all of that, it does affect our ability to understand language. So, but yeah, thank you so much for doing this meeting with us. Do you have any other comments that you want to make, or
No,
questions?
I just love the Bridge Project. I can't wait to come back together and have another group like that. It would be awesome.
Amazing. Great. All right. It was very nice meeting you, Denise.